Hey everyone, welcome to another page in the Desert Plant Diary. I'm Carl. So it's my birthday in a couple of weeks and I decided to treat myself to an early gift, succulents. And I thought I'll share the plant haul with you. So first up we've got this guy. And this is a Marmolaria haniana, nicknamed the old lady's cactus. And as mentioned in previous videos, I do have the bad habit of purchasing succulents I already have. And this is one of them. However, the price was right. Can you blame me for that? Besides which, although I do have two in the collection, now the modified spines that you see on this, which look like hair, is much more on this than the other two that I have in the collection. And I thought it would be a good addition to the collection. And there are two types of the haniana. One has a lot of these modified spines or hair, and the others have, well, lesser. So I'm pretty happy with this purchase. Now next up is this guy, which is a Chrysula capitella, and this is a good addition to the collection because I don't have this in the collection. Now this is quite similar yet different from the regular capitella. Now the regular one does have slightly more oval shaped leaves, and this one has very rectangular leaves which are quite pointy at the end. And in my opinion this does get a slight hint of purple. I could be wrong about that when you look at the color compared to the other one, which is a very definitive red. Now guilty of picking something I have already is this purchase. Now although I did pick this up twice before, for some reason it didn't quite survive. Didn't maintain its size at least. So what I did with the past two purchases was took cuttings because the soil was infected with mealybugs. So I took cuttings and they are growing and they are in the collection. Nonetheless, they didn't retain their size. It could be genetics or something. I'm not too sure about why its size is that large when purchased and then reduces when you take cuttings. However, the one thing I have learned with echeverrias in general is that if you put them in a larger pot, they will grow larger. Of course, it does depend on the species, the genetics as well, and the variety too. Next up is this. This is the ruby's necklace, and although I did purchase this I think twice or thrice before, for some reason it didn't survive. Perhaps the soil is quite dodgy, so I need to change the substrate that they come in. I don't plan to give up on this because I have seen pictures of this on the internet, and their stressed color is absolutely gorgeous. Now next up is this guy. This is a variegated Parodia magnificus, and I already have one of these guys in the collection too. However, the price was right. Can you blame me for that? Another reason why I did pick this up is it's always nice to have two in the collection. I normally am in the habit of keeping at least two, so if something should happen to one of them, I always have backup. And this was priced the same as most of the regular cacti that were on sale, so I thought it would be a good addition as well, and it is a good bargain. Next up is this guy. Now this is a Kalanchoe beharensis fang in the foreground, and the one at the back is obviously different from this. Now these guys were still in propagation. However, I did request the nursery owner to give me one of them because I did tell him that I wouldn't be coming to the nursery for quite a while and I would perhaps miss out on getting a chance to buy these. And he was more than willing to oblige, so I'm glad that he sold me that. Next up is this absolutely gorgeous Euphorbia fossois. And the reason why I bought this, although I do have one in the collection, is because the price is right. Can you blame me for it? I'm joking. So the reason why I bought this guy is the one in the collection is showing some amount of some signs of rot, and I didn't want to lose that and not have some backup in the collection. And at times what happens with these nurseries is these plants are imported, so if all of the plants that are imported are sold out, there's a good chance that I won't get them the next time. Get another one. Isn't the colour on that quite beautiful? Quite happy with that purchase too. Now next up is this guy. It does look a bit like the stacked crassula, and I can't quite understand why I wasn't quite attracted to this during my past trips to nurseries. It is quite a pretty looking plant, actually. It looks a bit like the Livingstones, but a crassulaed version of it. However, it is I don't think it's a crassula, I think it's an Oscularia lyco, tanto que no sé cómo explicar. Now next up is this guy. Isn't that absolutely gorgeous? What a beautiful looking one. Beautiful colour on that as well. It does look almost ultraviolet. I mean, there's a hint of that ultraviolet blue, or I don't know what the word for that colour is. It almost looks like it stumbled out of a Korean magazine and ended up in my hands. Very beautiful. Next up is this haworthia. Isn't this a beauty? Just take a look at that. It's obviously some hybrid between a limifolia and some kind of stacked haworthia. And it's a pretty large specimen as well. Look at the size of that. It's the same size as the container it came in, if not bigger. Absolutely stunning. Now guys, I've saved the best for last. Now these two have got to be two of the best plants you have seen. First of the two is this guy. Isn't that show quality? Look at that beautiful variegation on it. And it's got a pup too. Now next up is another variegated haworthia, and this is possibly one of the best variegated haworthias you have ever seen. And I know I do seem a little pompous in saying that, but I refuse to apologize. And finally, here is the guy. Isn't that simply spectacular? It has got to be one of the best haworthias on the internet as well. Absolutely stunning. I'm going to continue to hold this and the other variegated guy, hoping that the thumbnail will have these two there. I thank you guys for watching, and hope you've seen this video and get inspired to start or continue a collection of your own. All the way from the garden city of India, here's me sending you guys a lot of strength and inspiration. So step into your garden today, get your plant mojo on, and do something fantastic. Until the next time, you guys have a fantastic week. Cheers.